Hey guys, it's Junior. Welcome back to my channel here at Horsepower Warehouse. It has been a little bit of an extended delay since the last video. Rest assured, I have not been vacationing. In fact, we have been hitting it super hard here at Horsepower Warehouse, Classic Cars of Sarasota, making some absolutely fantastic progress on our projects. Before I show you guys what we've been diving into, that will be the next video. Today I want to talk about something that I promised you guys I'd show you, which is my Copo. So before we get into that, I just wanted to take you guys for a quick cruise around the facility. For instance, check out this 1967 fastback in an absolutely wild green color. Man, I couldn't just skim over a car like this and ignore it. It would be a crime. So this is a Coyote powered 6-speed, done in resto mod fashion, smooth firewall, smooth inner fenders. Really nice car. What do you guys think of the green? I think it's probably my favorite part of the car is the color. I mean, it's got a lot of really cool stuff going on, and the green matches great. It's just great contrast with the interior. Really neat. I like it. But let's keep it moving, and let's glide past our 62 fuel lead that we have up here in the front. I actually cannot take you guys over into the shop area because my next video is actually representative of over 1,000 total hours of labor from me and my team. We've been killing it over there. I'm not going to show you on the other side of that doorway until the next video. If you haven't subscribed, now would be a great time to do so because, man, you don't want to miss out on what I have coming. I absolutely promise you guys, I've got some fantastic projects going. I do the best work that I can, but man, when I have customers that have such fantastic taste, and I'm building some projects that are just going to be stunners, but I'm not going to spoil too much. So we're actually going to skip this entire room of cool cars, including the new Land Cruisers that we have in here, because today we're going to talk about my Copo. The reason I need to talk about this today is because this bad boy is fitting to be loaded up into my race car trailer and brought home because I'm ready to enjoy this bad boy. I purchased this probably 6 months ago now. I have started it, pulled it up onto the trailer, moved it, and that's about it. It has not been taken down the drag strip yet. In case you guys don't know, and I had to educate myself, this is a Copo Camaro, a real factory race car. In 2016, which is this model year, over 5,500 people applied for the opportunity to be able to buy one of these cars. Only 69 people were chosen. This is number 44. To me, this car is really significant, not just because of what it is. It is a factory race car, which to me, absolutely awesome. And you guys know I'm a drag racer, so I'm just over the moon for this car, just for it being a Copo. But the way that this car was optioned and the outfit that they ordered it through is historically significant and also ties into what this car is. A Copo back in the late 60s was the factory race car, and that's kind of what they recreated. Berger Chevrolet out of Grand Rapids, Michigan was the dealer in the early 70s, late 60s that you had to go to if you wanted to buy factory race car parts. Now, modern drag racers, we've been spoiled. We have so many parts available at our disposal, but back in the 60s and early 70s, you had to go to Chevrolet if you wanted a solid roller car, which is kind of how you needed to go if you wanted to be competitive in drag racing. If you wanted the big horsepower 396s, you had to go through pretty much Berger Chevrolet in Grand Rapids in order to order these, and they had an exceptional parts guy at the time who kind of decoded and figured out how to get into the Chevrolet system to order these special parts. So they really had kind of the monopoly on all of the really cool Chevrolet parts. So when you buy one of these cars, you actually buy it through the parts department. They give you a thing, congratulations, you have been selected to purchase one of the 69 cars. You know, what options do you want and where do you want it delivered to, through which parts department, because this is a $130,000 part, so to speak. This is not a registered, titled car. You can see in the VIN number right here, 2016 Copo 044. This is not a car that I'm able to take out on 301 here and legally drive unless I want some attention from local law enforcement. This is a race car only. The reason that I bought this car is, number one, it was outfitted with the 427. A lot of these cars, when people bought them, of the 69 total, a lot of them went with the 350 supercharged motor. It's only a couple $1,000s more and you get more horsepower, 200 more horsepower for a couple grand, which is insignificant when you're spending 130 plus on a car. This car is one of a few that was outfitted with a 427 naturally aspirated 13-to-1 compression. Big boy thumper motor, not a 10.5-to-1 compression 350 supercharged. This is true to what you would have been able to get in the 60s. This is the modern equivalent. This is an LSX 427 bad boy motor. I love the motor, and I don't care about the extra 200 horsepower that I would get for the 350 supercharged motor, because this is just a naturally aspirated, it's so pure. This thing is a screamer and it's a thumper. I'm gonna start it up for you guys, but man, I don't want to mess with this car. And this is coming from a guy that I build twin turbo charged cars for my own enjoyment. I can't mess with this. If I do, I'd pluck this motor out and just build a whole nother motor, so as to not ruin what the car originally was born as. But this one was outfitted with the carbon fiber hood. It does have the parachute. It does have the wheelie bars. All of these were kind of options. That is how you activate the battery. Now this car is just as it would have came out of the Copo program. This has not been modified yet. In fact, the parachute cable has never been installed. Parachute has never been pulled on this car. My intentions with it, first and foremost, it's got 2016 rubber on it. Got to put all new tires on it. I've already changed all the fluids in it. That was the one ride in the trailer that this has had, is I brought it home to my personal lift and I changed all the fluids out because I didn't know the age of that. Put fresh gas in it, things of that nature. We need new tires. We need fire suppression in this car because I refuse to race anything that does not have fire suppression, just for my own paranoia, so to speak. It's not really necessary on a car of this speed, but fire suppression is paramount to me because of safety. Now, I'm not gonna actually climb in here because I'll make uncomfortable sounds, but fuel. Water pump. Is not going to do this a whole lot of justice. You feel this car in your chest, and it's a small block. This is not a big block engine, guys. This is just a 13.5-to-1 compression 427 LSX bad boy of a naturally aspirated motor. Let's go ahead and pop the hood real quick. open the hood, I keep the K&N filter on it whenever I'm in the dirty environment. Oh my gosh. I love this car. All right. Rowdy. Man. So we're in the era where 2,000 horsepower cars are kind of the norm. This weekend actually FL2K is happening locally. So 2,000 horsepower, I mean, that's to qualify in that race. But so it's rare for me to be so excited about a 740 horsepower car, but this thing is so pure. It does exactly what I want it to do, of just a straight race car. You know, this thing, it's not about running 6-second quarter miles, and I don't care that it will never reach sixes. This is designed to be a factory stock showdown car where you travel, you know, from racetrack to racetrack, you accumulate points, and then you become points champion. I don't have the time to do any of that, to be honest with you guys. I cannot travel from racetrack to racetrack. I'm working here 6 days a week minimum. So this thing, I just want to get out there and have fun with my boy, with my 11-year-old. And that's exactly what we're going to do with this car. I'm going to take it to Bradenton Motorsports Park, and we're going to run this bad boy. I'm going to keep it nice because it's historically significant. I feel like it's a great investment that I can enjoy, but man, it would suck for me to be the part of the majority of the people that buy these cars and keep them locked away. There are quite a few of these cars that have been absolutely untouched and unused. In fact, they estimate more than half of the cars that are purchased of the 69 are not going to be raced. They are just solely for collection purposes, to the effect that the new application, when you go to apply for a Copo, right in the application it says, are you going to race this car or are you a collector? They want to know right off the bat what you're planning on doing with this car. I would like to think it factors into their decision that they would have preference for a racer over someone that just wants to toss it into their collection with the rest of their cars, but you know, I don't know the logistics of how that goes down. I am just happy that I have one that's about to go in my race car trailer and go home. So, man, be on the lookout for future content. When I do this car, when I get it out and enjoy it, of course I'm going to bring you guys along. And as I do the upgrades, the additions, I have a couple of things that I'm going to do to this car without ruining what it is, just making it a safer and better race car. Stay tuned for that as well. Let's get out of the sun because it is hot today, guys. Holy moly. It's October, and you would think that that it's going to starting to cool down here in South Florida. No, sir. But anyhow, I promise you guys, check out the next, wait for the next video. Over 1,000 hours of labor into that. So thank you guys for joining me. Until next time, take care.